My my apologies to everyone for being 5 minutes late. I was just trying to arrange things. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to my life again. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just close my door. I think I'm hearing some. My apologies for that. Welcome to my life. My name is Maria, and today's live we're going to talk about everything about YouTube. So if you are joining me, please tell me where you're calling from or where you're watching from. And if possible, you can tell me what is your name. Thank you for coming by. Today's topic is going to be everything you need to know about YouTube. Currently, as you all know, on Sundays, that's when I'm doing my live streaming. But most of the other Sundays, when I come in, I don't have any like a plan or strategies or any topic. I just talking out of the blue, whatever comes in, I just discuss. As we discussed before, as you practice makes perfectness. How you go along, some of the barriers that you experience, whatever barrier you experience, you learned how it comes. You learn something on a daily basis. So now what I've already done is I ensure that before ever I will start my live streaming, I'm now using my notepad, writing down all the topics I'm going to discuss. So this is how I do it. I don't know if you can see. So these are the topics I'm going to discuss about rather than just mumbling, talking unnecessarily. Sometimes you get mistake. You wanted to know what is the next thing you're going to talk about, because if you're going to start, if you're going to sit down here for a longer period, starting your live streaming, you need to have a plan. You need to know what topics are you going to discuss rather than mumbling. I think my first live streaming, it wasn't great. As we said, practice makes perfectness. My first 1 or 2 lives, it wasn't great. I was just mumbling around. Whatever topics that comes in, that's what, or whatever comes into my mind to discuss, then I will just put it there. So there is no how to say the word, there is no plan, there is no structure at all on the topics that I was talking. So now I changed my strategies. So I've documented all the topics I'm going to discuss today, which I'm going to state now. So if I'm looking down on my notepad so that I won't miss the topics that we're going to cover for this live. So the first one is I'm going to talk about my New Year's posting challenge. The second one is going to talk about burnout, that is burnt out when doing your content creators. The third one is balancing your job and YouTube. And the fourth one is about the new strategies that I've already implemented in order to achieve the burnt out and balancing my 9 to 5 job as well as being YouTuber. The fifth one is about weekends, because I work Monday to Fridays and weekends I'm off. So those 2 weekends, I'm going to talk about what I plan to do on Saturdays and what I plan to do on Sundays. So the Sunday one will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth one, what I plan to do on Sundays. And then Mondays to Friday, the topics that I'm going to discuss about. And the other topic is about batch filming. And I think that's it about Sundays as well. Yeah. So those are the topic I'm going to talk about. So it needs, when you're doing live, try to create a routine, a pattern, or a strategies, the plans, the topics that you're going to discuss. Otherwise, you will start mumbling around. Sorry, 1 second. Because you want to try to avoid mumbling when you're doing your live screaming, because if you don't know, if you don't have a topic to discuss about, then you start mumbling because you don't know what else to talk. So in order to avoid those mistakes, I will advise create a planner or context of what you're going to talk about, your context you're going to talk about. Write them down on your notepad, then you will know what topic comes next. So let's start on, I think it's 10 past now to the my scheduled time. So without wasting any much time, let's start up with my next content on my notepad, which is my New Year's posting challenge. Um, I challenged myself from the 1st of December. I challenged myself for posting content every day till the 1st of January. That is my posting challenge. Usually, before the posting challenge, I used to post first 3 videos on a weekly basis. And then as I got to improve myself, then I increased posting 5 videos on a daily basis. And then when December came, I decided to challenge myself and see how I can improve more by posting on a daily basis from the 1st of December to the 1st of January. The reason why I set up this challenge for myself, I have been struggling to get subscribers as well as my watch time hours and also viewers. Most of my videos, when you upload videos, you struggle to have views. Maybe the maximum views you can get is up to like 50, 60. It's not up to 100 views. So I was really struggling. And also, even when you're looking at your subscribers, they are not going anywhere. My subscribers were not growing, we're not going anywhere. So I was struggling to get subscribers. And for that reason, I set myself this challenge and then I said, let me see how this can work, especially for the Christmas festival up to the New Year festival, and see how I can improve on my subscribers as well as my viewers. That was the reason why I set up this challenge. And this challenge is still going on. It's still going on. It is not easy. It is not easy. Honestly, there are a lot of challenges there. There are a lot of struggles there, which I will also share with you. I do struggle, honestly, to try to upload on a daily basis. It is a struggle, which I'm going to share with you how I managed to overcome those challenges as well as the struggles. because I've set up my challenge and I don't want to go back and said, oh, I gave up. As I am preaching, I am not going back. I started my YouTubing and I will never go back. I will still continue until I see to the end, until I get monetized. That is what we are all aiming for, to get monetized and then start receiving, earning money. I'm not monetized yet. That is the path I'm heading forward. So that is why I'm pushing myself into this challenge to get my subscribers, viewers, and watch time hours. Because in order for you to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. Although YouTube make it easier for us, you will start by, they break it down for us. When you get up to 500, when you get to up to 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch time hours, YouTube would then allow you to be part of the partnerships. You will become a partnership with the YouTube. But however, you cannot monetize yet. You can still monetize, but money will not come until when you get to the full potential, which is your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 watch hour. And to get those subscribers and watch time hours, it is a struggle. You have to strategize. You have to get some strategies, plans, how you can get up to that. Sorry, 1 second. The kids now, it's school holidays. The kids are making noise. Let me just go and check on them and see how they can low down their voice so that I won't get distracted. 1 second, please. Okay, I'm recording here, please. All right, I'm back. I don't think I will get up again. Let me pick up my notepad. Okay, so where were we? So trying to get those watch time hours, it is a struggle. It's really, really tough. It's really, really hard to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So in that sense, that was the reason why I set this New Year's challenge, posting from 1st of December to 1st of January and see how it goes. So it's still going on. So how do I do it? This is what I'm going to share with you. So let's move on to the next topic, which is burnt out. Burnt out is real. Getting to the getting to the point of becoming a content creator or YouTube content creator, it is a struggle. It's not that easy. Now I know how those content creators, what experience they have becoming a content creators. It is a burnt out. So for the past 3 weeks now, today is what day? Today is the 22nd. Yeah, I started from the 1st. So the 22nd. So I'm on my 3rd week now on my challenge posting. On my 2nd week, I started getting burnt out because I was scheduling my posting a week ahead. I was scheduling my posting a week ahead. And it was a challenge at the point of I really get break down. I was having some headaches. I was having some stress. I was having sometimes every little things I become very irritative. I become so irritative. and feeling fatigued, I'm getting tired, wanted just to sleep. If I come home, I don't have the energy, I don't have the motivation to even create anything or even to do anything or even to get close to my family. So I was having that challenge, I was having that stressful event. Sometimes I noticed that I was pushing my family away because I was so tired. And at the same time, I'm trying to say, oh, I need to post, I need to make videos, I need to do this, I need to be consistencies. That is the most challenging part because I want to stay consistencies. I set up this challenge and I want this challenge to go through without missing a post for a day. But it was not easy. It was a challenge for me. So I started getting some strategies. I said, no, you know what? I don't want to, one, give up on the challenge I gave myself. And at the same times, I don't want to feel burnt out. Family comes first. My health and well-being comes first. I said I need to switch. I need to do some strategies on how I can stay focused without feeling burnt out, without feeling stressed. So I change my narrative, I change my plans, I change how I will do my posting on a daily basis without feeling burnt out. So what do I do? So normally I will do like a 10 to 15-minute videos from 7 days a week by doing batch filming, which I will discuss later. How do you do batch filming? So I will do those long videos, 10 to 15, 20 minute videos. I think that was what was killing me by doing it on a 7 days basis. So it was a challenge. So I decided to cut that down, change it, and then doing shorter form videos. I mixed it along. I can do short videos, I can do longer videos, and I can take some time out, do some fresh air. Some of the videos I will go out, do like blogging videos outside. I will do my videos outside just by walking around, or even when I'm going for shopping and everything. So I will do recording there so that I won't miss, but I ensure that whatever I do record is of value to the audience out there. So this is how I manage to reduce my burnt out, to ensure that I upload on a daily basis. So this is how I do it. So let's move on to the second, the other topic. Let's move on to the next topic, which is how do I balance my job and YouTube? I am still on my 9 to 5 job, working Mondays to Fridays. On the weekends, I am off. And still, I manage to continue with my content creating by uploading videos on a daily basis. So, how do I balance that? When I'm at work, I focus on my work. I'm very passionate with my work. I love my job. I love what I'm doing. So I still focus on my job, still focus on my YouTube content creators as well. So the way I balance it, on my workplace, my work starts from 9 and I finish at 5. So by 7, I'm already at home. Do my house chores, stay with the family, whatever needs to be done, I make sure that I've done everything I have to do. So I create, after that is my resting time. So within that, my resting time, I create a 1 hour or 2 hour slot to do either my research. That is when I do my research. How do I do my research? Mostly I watch YouTube, looking at other content creators. What are the plans they are talking about? What are the new strategies that comes in? Whatever new changes have come in. So I will just use my notepad and write down any topic that is of interest for me to discuss. So I created those ideas, I put them down. So another area that I do my research within that Monday to Friday, that 1 hour to 2 hours I'm giving myself when I'm at home, I make sure I downloaded this app called vidIQ. vidIQ is a very, very useful tool. So I use vidIQ to get some ideas. So when I research on YouTube what those content creators are discussing, then I go to vidIQ and find some ideas of those topics. Then I'll write them down. I write down the ideas on my notepad. So that is how I do. So when I've got my ideas, that is when I start implementing. I make sure that maybe if I needed 5 ideas or 7 ideas, that is all I needed within that day or two. I needed just 5 to 7 ideas. So when I've got those ideas, so within the other days, I started doing my research on those ideas, started knowing what other content creators are talking about it, or go to Google and research on those topics as well, trying to make sense on those topics. So when I finally got the ideas of those topics, of those ideas, then on Saturdays, that is when I do my filming. So this is how I balance my work and YouTuber. I do my batch filming on Saturdays, and then on Sundays I do my editing and upload. And when I'm uploading, I reschedule them from Mondays to Sundays. It depends how many films I've made, or how many videos I've made. So that is when I post them and reschedule them to time. So that this is how I balance my work and YouTuber. So let's see what other topic is there to discuss. And please don't forget to leave your comment. Whatever topic you want me to discuss, I'm okay, I'm fine. The reason why I'm putting on this topic, because if there is no one there who wants to know anything, I'm just sharing this. But it's okay if you want to hear further information or anything you want me to discuss, I will still discuss that. And then after that, I'll continue with my plans. So let's go to the next strategies I implemented. Okay. It's called the new strategies. I think I've already talked about my new strategies. So my new strategies now I've implemented, which is one part of the one discussion. My new strategies I've already implemented them now in order to avoid burnt out, stress, and tiring or fatigue. These are the strategies I've implemented. So I've started with the Monday to Friday on my 2 hours on a daily basis after coming home, doing everything necessarily. I gave myself 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours, do my research on the topics that I'm going to discuss. So on Saturdays, this is where I've changed my strategies now. I know I gave myself 3 years. I gave myself New Year's challenge, which is from the 1st of December to the 1st of January. So it's very, very difficult. It's very, very challenging to sit down and record videos on a weekly basis. That is really, really tough. It's really, really hard. So what is the new strategies that I brought forward now is by Saturdays, I know I do my batch filming. Still, I use that Saturdays to bring in something new, bring something spicy. I think I did talk about one of my videos. If you haven't watched it yet, why you're losing subscribers, the reason you're losing subscribers or how to revive your dead channel. I mentioned about how you can bring sparks on your YouTube journey. I know you will focus on one niche, but sometimes subscribers can outgrow of your topic, of your niche, or sometimes they just get tired of listening to one thing. So how do you engage with them? By bringing in something spicy, bringing some entertainment, something that they can be out of the blue. It shouldn't be on a daily basis, because if your niche is focused on YouTube or content creator, let it be that way. But once in a while, just bring in something, just once, even if you do it once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month, that is a form of bringing in spikes, like changes, like your it's something new, something that people will not thinking that you will bring on, but make sure that it is a valid content that people will love to watch. This will help you not to burn out. So how I do my strategies on Saturdays now, every other Saturday, either I will bring in something like cooking or blogging, that is travel blogging. I will give you as an example. Yesterday, Saturday, I was cooking jollof rice. I decided no, I won't just cook the jollof rice. It wasn't a plant. The jollof rice I cooked yesterday, it wasn't a plant at all. It wasn't for YouTube. I just said, why don't I use this jollof rice cooking as a way to bring spice on my YouTube to my audience there. Let me bring something just different, just once one off. Let me just bring something different. So I just started recording. I wasn't planning at all to upload that jollof rice cooking. I said, no, let me just use this. If you haven't watched it yet, it's a special ingredient. I have a special ingredient that I use on my jollof rice that nobody else has used. So I said, let me just share with the audience, those who are interested in cooking jollof rice, maybe they can follow that special ingredient. It is a Sierra Leonean jollof rice with a special ingredient. So go and watch it. So when I upload that video, honestly, that was the first video I've ever uploaded. In just a space of one day, I've got 100 views. How is it? How interesting! It was so interesting. Honestly, I said, "Wow!" So this is a good plan. Then, like sometimes just bring in something different out of the ordinary, which is not part of your niche. Just bring it, but don't make it officially on a daily basis, because that is not what people subscribe to your YouTube channel. Just once in a while, just bring in something which is of value. Make sure what you post is of value. Because when I started recording the jollof rice video, I said, it's not all the time we should be talking about YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. Today, I'm just bringing something just different, just to recharge people's brain. I think that's a way of recharging my brain. So you see, my New Year's challenge of the Saturday, I was cooking at the same times I use it as one of my uploading videos. So it covers up one of my research. So this is how I balance it by uploading that. It saves me from uploading, sitting down, creating a video, editing it, and upload it. So that is one of my strategies. And then Sundays, I use Sundays to do my live shows, which I am doing now. So I am not recording on Sundays. Sunday is a day for me to do my live show. And then after my live show, I'll give myself a bit of rest and then start editing what I've already filmed Saturday. Remember Saturday, yesterday, despite I did the cooking, after when I've rested, I did my batch filming. So today, after finishing this live, Sundays is when I do my editings and then upload them for the following week. So this is how I strategize myself and create a planner how I can succeed to do my uploading. And on Saturdays, I'm not focusing only on cooking. I will focus on blogging as well. So maybe the other Saturday, the next coming Saturday, is something different I will bring in. Either doing some sightseeing or maybe anything of difference, everything like outside. Because my previous Saturday, I talk about how to avoid burnt out and how I use it. I just went out of the house and start walking around and talking about burnt out. So that is how I'm using my Saturdays now. Use it for showing cookings or anything special event that happens. I will use the Saturday now to upload those events. And then Sundays is my live and editing. That one, I won't change it. So when you set your plan, when you set your routines, that this is what you're going to be doing on these days, stick to that plan. Don't change it because I am not going to change my plan. I'll stick to them as they works for me. Make sure that if you choose a day to do any of your events or your recording or whatever you choose those days on, make sure that they are suitable for you. Those days that you choose, they are okay for you so that you won't get to change them. Because when your audience have already noticed that these days and these days, this is what you're going to upload, this is what you're going to post. So they will always look forward to that day, what you're going to bring in. So don't disappoint them. When you said you're setting your time to do something, stick to that. So that is my advice. That is my strategies. I'm working within the Saturdays and the Sundays and the week as well. Okay, let's look at the next topic. Okay, I've talked about Mondays to Friday. I've talked about Sunday doing live streaming. And yes, let's continue with the Monday to Friday. Mondays to Fridays is, I know I do my Mondays to Friday, that is when I do my research, looking for the ideas, looking for the topic. So how do I make it not to be like over rampant, or how, I don't know which word you want to use. So when I'm searching for my ideas on a weekly basis, the plan I've set up myself, the strategies I came up with, I focus on one topic for a week. For example, last week, the whole of last week from Mondays to Friday, the whole topic was about quitting your 9 to 5 job for YouTube. So that was the topic I focus on. But I didn't focus on one. So I bring in different topics so that audience who are listening to it can decide to change. I brought in the pros and cons for quitting your job for YouTube. I brought in also what is available there if you quit your job to become a YouTuber. I talk about financial stabilities. I also look at the other side of it for quitting your job. If you feel like your job is causing you your mental state, your physical health well being, or your emotional health well being, then it is okay for you to quit your job to become what you want to be. But looking at the financial stabilities, I brought in some suggestions on what you can do in order to bring income. Despite your being a YouTuber or a content creator, but at the same time, it's something you can do to bring in some income, which is work from home jobs. You can work from home at the same time as becoming a YouTuber. So you get in coming somewhere without you feeling burnt out. So those are the topics I discuss about the whole of that week, which I'm not gonna go back there. Even if I'm coming back on that topic, maybe something different. So you see, so every week I focus on one topic, but I ensure that I bring in different topics on the same topic, but I bring in different narrative on that topic so that people will not get bored. So everybody can have a thought of what was the discussion. And if it makes sense to people, then they can take that advice and then maybe they can decide what is best for them. So this is how I do my Mondays to Friday, by bringing in a different a one topic, but in a different um, planning different topics on that ideas. One idea, but different topics. I think I'll base it that way. One idea, but different topics for the whole of the week. So this is how I'm doing it. So it's very, very easier when you're doing your research for the week. At least you get to research on one idea. But with that ideas, you break it down into pieces to expand to the week. And then when the next week comes, you choose another idea, which you can break down into topics as well. So this is how I manage my time now. So I find it very, very easy. It was very, very easy for me. Trust me, it was very, very easy for me. So this is how I do it. So now let's move on to the next topic as well on my notepad. Mm. Okay, the next topic is about badge framing. You know, when you create those ideas of yours, and then on one ideas, you created different topics on the days that you feel like you're uploading. You can do it like one day a week, 2 days a week, or 3 days a week. Choose one idea and then breaking down into topics of the days that you are scheduling to upload. That if you do it that way, you will see that your research is much easier because it's the same ideas on the different topics. So it is much easier when you're doing your batch filming because you've already got your ideas, you've already researched on it. It's just to sit down now and discuss that topic. So for me, I find it very, very useful and easier for me. Because when I've got the idea, I sit down like the way I'm sitting now when I'm doing my batch filming. Film one, that is, I'll record one topic, done with it, start with the next topic, done with it until I go to where I am capable of. If it's up to 3, up to 4, up to 5, it depends how my body is telling me. Because if I feel like I was tired, I make sure that I prioritize self care. If I felt tired, then I will stop the recording. So I'll record according to how I felt within myself. If I'm okay with that, then if I'm not, I start feeling fatigued or tired, then I will rest. I'll say, okay, I'll leave it for the next day. So that is how I do my batch filming. So when I finish my batch filming, I come to rest now. I rest and then wait for Sunday. After my live streaming, then I will do my editing and upload. So this is how I challenge myself. This is how I make it easier for me. Batch filming is very effective for me. Honestly, it is very effective. It was tiring at the beginning when I didn't have a plan or strategies, but now as time goes on, it's getting easier for me by focusing on one ideas, break it down to different topics, upload that, make sure they are valid topics, something that people can learn from. So this is how I do my batch filming. It's very important. If you're the type of person that wants to upload 3 or 4 times in a week, doing batch filming, you will find it much easier. Find a day, a specific date that you can do that so that you won't feel burnt out. Okay. All right. Let's look at the next topic as well. I think I will say that is the last one. Is about Sundays. So on my Sundays is my live streaming day, aside from doing my editing and uploading. So when I'm doing my live streaming, because I don't want to tired people, you can't just bring in one topic all the time when you're doing your live. Sometimes bring something different. If you watch my previous live streaming, which was last Sunday live streaming, I this topic I brought in is nothing to do with YouTube. I did talk about my story of coming into the UK. So I brought in something different. Like I said, sometimes it's necessarily to bring in something different. Spice, just bring in spice, something different. So the topic I discussed last week was about my story of coming to the UK. So today I'm doing YouTube, anything to do with YouTube. So for next week is something different. I'm not going to focus on YouTube. I'll bring in something different on life as well. Anything to do with stories. So this is how I will be doing my life. Every other Sundays, I will be bringing in any stories for anything. It can be stories for myself or story for of anything, any different topic. So I'll leave every other Sundays open for any other topic discussion away from YouTube so that it won't get bored to the audience there. So this is how I plan to be doing my Sundays. So I'm just going to type in something on the chat. If you have any question, it's okay for you to go ahead and type it on the comment section below. Okay, I just put down some comments below. So if you can just follow that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or leave your comment on the comment section below if this is helpful or interesting for you, or if you've learned something today. And same way, so please don't forget to, it's okay for you to share any of your experience or ideas, what you've learned so far. If you are a new YouTuber, please let me know what you're struggling on and what help or support do you need from me. I think from now um, I've already discussed everything I put on my planner, everything I put on my notepad. I've discussed all that. Now is an open discussion. So I'm ready to listen to you. Whatever discussion you want us to discuss, everything to do with YouTube. Where you are struggling, then we can discuss about that and see how best we can support you. So on the same note, I'll just give you a tip of what discussion we're going to be having for next week. Last week, it was about quitting your 9 to 5 job and YouTube. This week, from Monday, the focus will be on how to create your own YouTube channel. So everything you need to do or anything you need to know on how to create your own YouTube channel if you're a new YouTuber. If you're already a prof on the YouTuber, that will not be necessarily for you. For next week is for beginners only. My apologies. I'm sorry for those who have already been there. You've already know it all. So for next week, I'm going to focus on just the beginners, those who are just planning to start and haven't got the clue on how to start a YouTube channel. So that's the topic we're going to focus on next week. That is from Monday to Friday. Throughout Monday to Fridays is everything you need to know about YouTube as a beginner. So if you have any questions or something you are interested in, go ahead and leave your comments and then we can discuss that. At the moment, I'll just give you my good news. Some of the strategies I implemented, it really works for me. I will still tell you at the end of my challenge I've set myself. At the end, I will give you an update if it really worth it to set that New Year's challenge posting. I think it's over 32 days posting. This is not 1 month, it's over 1 month. Because if you check December is 31 days, and then adding the 1st of January. So that's 32 days I'll be posting. So that's really, really challenging. Today is the 22nd. So it means I still got 10 more days. I still got 10 more days to set up this challenge. So after my posting challenge, then I think I will definitely reduce and calm down. And then I'll see how often I'll be uploading. Maybe I'll bring in other strategies of posting. I will either focus on doing the live streaming, teaching people what to do, or sharing any of my experience or listening to viewers there. I think that is the next plan I'll be doing. I'll still be uploading, but I'll limit my uploading rather than focusing. I'll limit my uploading and then focusing on streaming. Because the reason why I'm saying this, when you do live streaming, it really increases your watch time hours. Because as I am speaking out to you, I'll just give you a tip of if it really worth it to posting daily basis. I'll just give you a tip. It really worth it. It really, really worth it. But the question is, how do you get that watch hours? 4,000 watch hours. It is not easy. It's not that easy to get your watch time hours. The only way you can improve on your watch time hours is by doing live, which is I'm doing now. So maybe when I completed my challenge, then I'll focus in more on a live streaming. I'll schedule some days as well. I think from now on, because now I'll say I don't have any more problems with subscribers. My challenge is my challenge now is the live streaming. I think I won't wait for the end of my New Year's posting challenge. I think I will start now my live streaming. It has to be regularly now. I think that is how I'll be doing it. Because otherwise, to get those watch time hours is really, really tough. Is really, really struggle. So I will be doing my life now. I think I will be coming out regularly. I won't. This is the only times I won't basically put a time frame. But I know Sundays is my live streaming days. So maybe I might be including Saturdays as well. I'll be including Saturdays as well. And let's see, maybe New Year's Day as well, or you never know. So I will change my live streaming. Sundays will still be there. That one I won't change it. So I'll be adding more. I'll be doing more of life now. Anytime I've got the opportunities when there is a free time for me. So I won't push myself, because when you put a time frame for doing your live, then you will struggle if you don't meet up to that time. The only way I can do it, if I find out that I've got the slight opportunity to do live, I will schedule it maybe 10 or 15 or even 20 minutes before the live. So if I reschedule that, maybe that will notify audience that I'm going on live at this time, this time. That's the only way I can do that now. But I won't specifically say these days. Sunday is still there. Sunday is still there. That one I won't change it to do my life. So I think I will start adding Saturdays as well. I will start adding Saturdays as well. Even though I'll still post cooking, at the same times I'll still do live if the time is there. So even if it's up to 30 minutes or to 1 hour, just to see how I can increase my watch time hour. So that's the struggle. All YouTubers are speaking the same language. To get subscribers, there are ways that you can increase your subscribers. But to get those time hours is a struggle. And the struggle is, if you're not uploading a valid content, people will click on your videos, maybe watch it for 1 or 2 minutes. If nothing sparks them, that will make them leave your video and go off it. The only way you can increase your watch hours is when people start watching your videos to the end. and then you can either got one or two. It's not a massive watch hours. Maybe in a space of 10-minute video, if somebody watch it, you can have maybe up to one or two time out or watch time hour. So it's not that great. So to get that is very, very hard. You can only achieve that when you're doing live streaming, which I am doing now. Some people do restreaming. Restreaming is when you leave the contact, but that when you leave the contact, that one you're not showing your face, you're not going live. It's just restreaming. You can use other people's contact, which is make sure that it's a very catchy, interesting one that people can watch over and over. You can leave your restreaming for over maximum 12 hours. You just leave it there. It will play by itself repeatedly over and over. But make sure it's less than 60 minutes. 60 seconds, sorry. Look at me saying 60 minutes. Less than 60 seconds. So it's not up to even 1 minute. So it will play over and over and over and over for 12 hours. But it has to be something really, really catchy. For me, I wouldn't advise for doing restreaming. I tried it before using somebody else's contact because I haven't got anything interesting that people will watch over and over for 12 hours. That is really, really difficult. So I use somebody else's contact, something very, very interesting, a comedy, for streaming for 10 hours. I do got like 222 watch hours. But what I've experienced, what I've noticed, those watch hours didn't add up to the watch hours YouTube is recommending. It didn't add up. So for me, it's just a waste of time for me. It didn't add up at all. So I decided I'm not going. If you want to, it's fine. It's fine with you. Do your restreaming. Maybe you never know. Yours is different. For me, this is what I've experienced. I got 222 watch time hours, but it didn't reflect at all. I think what reflected on mine was just 75 watch time hours at that time. So I decided to avoid that, focusing on the live streaming only. So if you are trying to improve on your watch time hour, I will advise focus on live streaming. When you focus on live streaming, because it's your face, you're the one engaging with the audience there, then that can reflect. Because I've done several live streaming now, and I've seen the improvement. When you go your watch time hours on the live streaming, it does match up with your live streaming on YouTube. So this is my experience. I think I will take a little breath now before we can wrap up the program. We're just going to leave it for 1 hour today because I have another plans to do today. I've got editing to do and uploading to do for the week. So that's why I'm not going to stay long. I was aiming to do live streaming for up to 2 hours, but it is not easy to sit down in one place for over 1 hour. That is really, really tough. So for you to go over 2 hours, that is really, really, really massive. No. And I don't want to be getting up and down, going out and coming back. It makes the video very boring. So why don't you just focus on 1 hour? And then if you do it continuously, then that can increase. So that's the only way I'll be able to get my watch time hours, because I was planning to do today's for 2 hours. But now that I just made up my mind, is when I'm discussing with you, audience, this is how I made up my mind now. By doing the restreaming, on Saturdays now. I think I will include Saturdays. Hello, everyone. If you're watching me, please don't forget to tell me if it's okay with you. Tell me your name and tell me where you're watching from. This is my live stream from Let's Grow with Maria. So if you're interested to discuss any topic, anything to do with YouTube, I'm okay to respond to that. Today's live is all to do about what you need to know about YouTube. And I've already explained for next week the topics I'm going to be focused on. Everything to do with YouTube and how to start up your YouTube channel. For next week, I'm going to focus on beginners only, those who are just trying to grow on YouTube and trying to start up their YouTube. So that's what next week is going to focus. So if you're interested on any topic, just let me know. Even though I said 1 hour, I can still give maybe a 5 minutes extra time to discuss about YouTube. So stay tuned for next week. It's all about how to start up your YouTube journey and how to create your YouTube channel and how to create your YouTube journey, how to start up your YouTube journey. So for now, I'm going to leave you with the topic of YouTube can change your life if you put your focus on YouTube, especially for those who are struggling with their 9 to 5 job or whatever work pattern your job is. If you're tired with your job, if your job is making you stressed and emotionally burnt out, starting your YouTube journey is a very great idea. But what I always advise is it's okay for you to quit your job in order for you to become a YouTuber. But however, always remember that you need to have a backup plan. Don't just quit your job and become a YouTuber without a backup plan, because you will struggle. You will regret it for leaving your job to become a YouTuber. You will struggle. Have a backup plan. Try it first and see if it does work for you. That is, if you're doing your content creators, try it first how you can do both, or maybe take time off your work and see how you can achieve your work from, your YouTuber. Some of my videos, I did discuss about some work from home jobs because I'm always concerned about financial stabilities. If you're leaving your job and doing your YouTuber, if you're financially struggling, it will be a challenge for you. So how about looking out there from some jobs that you can work from home? You can work from home at the same time earning money, because to get monetized on YouTube is very, very difficult. Even if you get monetized, it's not at that moment you will get money that will be supporting you sustainably at that point. The money that will come is not sustainable for you. So my advice always is you can still do your content creators at the same time you work from home just to support you financially. So that's the advice I'm giving you today. So I'm going to stop here now, and then I'll see you next on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.